Hello. I am so glad that you're here. I hope you are having a wonderful day. So something popped up in my mind that I wanted to talk about, and I feel like this is so important for so many of us. I remember once Jadah Sellner did a masterclass for us, and in that masterclass she said something that has just stuck with me. There's no such thing as a unique message, only unique messengers. And as business owners, entrepreneurs, people with ideas and big dreams, and we want to turn them into a successful business, we are the messengers. Our stories, our personality, who we truly are at our core is what makes us the messenger. Yet so often we feel like we can't be ourselves. And so we end up with this, we're putting messages out there that just are so trying to be something else, like professional, and they're so generic and they don't connect with our audiences, and then our message doesn't convert into sales, into customers, into raving fans, and it's really frustrating. I don't know about you, but sometimes if you meet somebody who is really inspiring and amazing and incredible and successful, and you think, oh my gosh, they're amazing, I want to be more like them, or you meet or have a conversation with someone who's just so passionate about what they're doing, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're so passionate about everything, and it kind of sucks you in and makes you think, oh my gosh, like I need to be more like that. And I think as you go, you meet all these different types of people, and you're like, I need to be more like that, I need to be more like that, I need to be more like that, and then all of a sudden you're just like, who am I? Like, what is it that I'm even trying to say or share and do anymore? I don't know about you, but this has definitely happened to me before. And I think that, like, the other thing is, especially when you're starting out in business, it's that you think that everyone knows better than you sometimes. I mean, at least I have felt like that on a number of occasions. And if, you feel that someone else knows better, so you take this person's advice and that person's advice, and this person says do that and that person says do that. And before long, you're not even listening to yourself anymore. You're not listening to that little voice inside. You're not listening to your intuition. You're just trying to take all this advice and these ideas from other people, and you're not listening to you. And I think sometimes that's where we really go wrong. I remember when I started FEA, one of my biggest struggles was actually really being myself. So I would go on websites of like similar, not similar, but organizations that were for support for entrepreneurs, like, I don't know, like the Chamber of Commerce or the Institute of Directors or whatever it was. And they were so professional. There was no personality. There was no heart and soul. No offense, Institute of Directors. But there wasn't. And I felt like I needed to be like that. I felt like I was supposed to be professional. And so I would do things to be professional. Like, not that there is remotely anything wrong with signing off an email best wishes. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, some of the team, I think, still sign off best wishes. But like, I look back at stuff I did at the beginning, and I can see that I didn't know how to show up. I didn't know how to say what I wanted to say because I was trying to be like someone else. I was trying to be something I thought I should be rather than being myself. And it got to a point where I felt so confused by this person and that person, and be like this and be like that, and I was like, oh my gosh. And it just is stressful because it becomes impossible to write anything. It becomes impossible to say anything, to communicate effectively, because ultimately when you're trying to be like something else, you're not being yourself. And I think in business, people buy people. We buy into each other. And in order for us to buy into each other, we have to be real. We have to be our real, true, authentic selves. And when I realised that for myself, it gave me permission to just be me, to have a conversation as myself, to show up as myself. And I remember one time a mentor of mine said, you need to decide who you want to be to your audience. And I was like, what the heck do you mean? And he told me, it was Peter Thompson, he said, I want to be known as like the uncle. And I was like, kind of didn't really grasp this concept. But then I realised it dawned on me that like, I just want to be the best friend. Like, I want to be me and the best friend. And I want to have that real deep connection with somebody where I'm not the expert, I'm not the guru, I'm nothing of that. I'm just me sharing my message like I would share it with a best friend or my sister. I want to be there in the trenches with you by your side. And when I realized, like, I just want to be who I am, I want to build friendships, I want to be the friend, it gave me permission to just write as myself and to communicate as myself. So I started signing off my emails Carrie with a kiss because that's how I would sign off to a friend. So I started to do that, and I stopped worrying what would people think, and oh my god, she's put a kiss to me and I don't even know who she is. I stopped worrying about what people would think and just started being me and giving myself permission to be me and to just say what I wanted to say and to not worry so much that I was getting it wrong or I wasn't like good enough or I need to be more like this person or that person. Because I think you go down this trap, like, sometimes it makes sense because sometimes people are so powerful and they're so inspiring, it like sucks you in, and you can feel yourself thinking, oh my gosh, I need to be more like them because they're amazing, they're so amazing, I need to be more like them. And I always remind myself, no, like, Carrie, what the hell are you thinking? You know, for example, if somebody's funny and you're like, God, they're so funny, they're so entertaining, they're just amazing, they're charismatic, the way they come across is amazing. And I'm like, well, yeah, but that isn't really me. Like, I wouldn't really say I'm a funny person. So I'm like, why would I even try and be funny? Because I'm not funny. Like, sometimes, like, I don't know, when, like, if I've watched, like, Marie Forleo or whoever, and they're like, I don't know, sometimes she's got, like, that New Jersey kind of, like, funny kind of attitude, and it's kind of strong and it's compelling. And I'm like, but I'm not like that. Like, that is just not me. I am, like, I would say that I am, you know, I'm not quiet, but I'm quite quiet. I don't know, maybe gentle is the right word? I'm not really sure. But I'm quite soft, I suppose. I'm not pushy, I'm not aggressive, I'm not any of that. And I think sometimes you see other people and you think that you need to be like them. And I have to always remind myself, no, this is who you are. Just be what you feel comfortable being. Be who you actually want to be. Be who you are deep down at the core. And I know for me, for example, like, something that I value a lot is kindness and being kind to everyone in every situation. And that is something that I always act on. And so a lot of times people throughout the years have been, especially potentially people who are in business but not in this online space, are like, yeah, but sometimes you have to just be like ruthless in business, and sometimes, like, if you're too kind, you're weak. Like, honestly, people have likened me to being weak before. Weak. I'm like, right, okay. And I just started to realise after a while that that's their story in their head that they're playing, that kindness equals weakness, whatever. Great for them. But I don't think that. I don't feel that way. You know, and it kind of comes down to it as well, like with charging. Like, oh my gosh, we both know probably the fact of, like, charging and figuring out what price to charge is sometimes a bit of a nightmare topic. It's something that, you know, so many of us struggle with. And I think so many of us struggle with it because we've got one person over here saying, oh, don't devalue yourself, you can't charge too little. And you've got someone over here saying, like, oh my gosh, that's outrageous, how can you charge that much? And it's kind of like, what the heck? And I honestly just think this kind of, again, comes back down to, like, listen to yourself, like, listen to what feels good for you. I cannot tell you how many times people have said, oh my gosh, you only charge like $47 a month for your membership. Like, people are charging $297 a month or $100 and whatever a month and offer way less and blah blah blah, and like, you need to be charging more, you're totally undervaluing yourself. I'm like, leave me alone. Like, I want to charge this. If I want to charge this, like, let me charge this. And just because you think that that price undervalues me doesn't mean that I think that. What if I feel good about it? What if it feels like a good price? And it's like, you have to do you and feel good about doing you. And we just need to listen and allow ourselves to be inspired by other people. But being inspired by someone doesn't mean we have to be like them. So I think, you know, it's good to talk about this because I do think especially when you're starting out in business, you do kind of, I feel like, think that everyone knows better. You need to be like this, you need to be like that. And I just wanted to make this video to say, you are perfect and amazing and incredible just as you are. The real you The true you is the you that everyone in this world needs to experience and connect with and see. And as you build your business and you put your ideas out there, you have to pour your heart and soul and who you truly are into it. And you have to be able to just start by having real, authentic conversations, whether it's via an email or in person or through a Facebook group, and just allow yourself to be you. Give yourself permission to be you, and know that you are good enough and you are perfectly entitled to just show up as yourself, as your amazing, wonderful self. Because, like, going back to that quote at the beginning, there's no such thing as a unique message, only unique messengers. And I have found, the more I have found strength in my own voice, the more I have acknowledged this person is amazing and that's fantastic for them, but I am not them, the more I step into my own power of who I am and all the things that make me me. And that has helped me to create so much more engagement with my own audience and much deeper connection. And it's, you know, that's really powerful. It's like Judy Garland said, don't be a second-rate version of someone else, be a first-rate version of yourself, or whatever the quote is. But it's a good quote, and it's thanks, Judy. So anyway, I've got 3 little tips that I wanted to share if this is something that you are struggling with, if you do struggle with that concept of kind of, or you feel like you just lose yourself because you see these people and you see them doing this stuff and you feel like you need to be like that, need to be like that, need to be like that. So 3 things to help you get back to who you actually truly are. Number 1, just accept that you are absolutely amazing as you are. Everything about you, your history, your stories, your experiences, your knowledge, everything that makes you you is so wonderful and incredible, and that is what needs to shine through you. So acknowledge and accept that you are brilliant, you are amazing. Even if you think you're the most boring person in the world, I'm telling you, you are not the most boring person in the world. There's so many amazing parts to you that your business needs to be infused with. So accept that you are amazing as you are. You are the unique messenger. And the more you tap into that voice and you share it throughout your business and throughout communicating what you do, what you're about, I think the more impact, well, I know the more impact you're going to have, the more connection and engagement you are going to have with your audience. So 1, accept that you are amazing as you are. The second thing is connect and dive deeper into who you actually are, because I think one thing that I found once I started in this entrepreneurial journey, in particular the entrepreneurial journey where you're showing up to share a specific message. Like, my first business was phone unlocking. I didn't really look into too much who I was back then. I can't say it would have made that much difference, but I can definitely see, like, starting FEA and it being a business to inspire and empower and a business about teaching and communicating and sharing a message, it's obviously vitally important that I do know who I am. So if your business is similar, like you're teaching something, you're sharing something, you're sharing a message, you want to help other people, you're creating a course or a membership or something or a digital product, and it's coming from your heart and soul, you need to know who you are and you need to be able to express it well. That being said, I have since started Carry & Co, which is our stationery range, and that's physical products, our planners, our pens, our prints. But I feel like even with that, even though it's a physical product-based business, the more I infuse my personality and who I am into that company and those products, the more it thrives, the more it connects with people, the more magical the experience is for everyone. So I really think this counts really no matter what type of business that you have. But when I say connect and understand and dive deeper into who you are, I mean understand and think about, what are your values? What do you stand for? Like, what is your why for doing what you do? Why does it all mean something to you? What kind of person are you? What do you hold true in your heart? What do you believe in? And I think just sitting down and just doing some journaling, some writing on it, and trying to get clear on that can be really powerful, because it can really help you to see, no, this is what I stand for. This is what I believe in. This is what I'm about. This is what fires me up. This is what gets me going. This is what lights me up. This is what I want to share with the world. This is what I want to tell people. So what is it that you believe in? What is it that gets you going? And have a think about that and start to infuse that in everything that you do. Like I said, for me, I feel like I love inspiring and empowering people. I love it when that light bulb moment goes off in someone's mind where they realize they can be more than what they thought they could. They can create success. This is a life, this is their one life, and they get to be the creator of it if they want to be. They get to decide, hang on a sec, I actually want to live my dream life, and there are so many amazing opportunities for me to tap into. I just need to believe more in myself. I need to believe in myself. I need to change my mindset, and I need to condition myself for success so that I can go for it. Like, to help people in that way, it makes me feel so excited. But like, being lovely and kind and caring and friendly, like, those are all things that are so important to me. And so I literally want that to come through in every piece of communication and everything that I do, and to feel like I'm here for you. I have your back. I'm cheering you on. I want to be your best friend virtually, even though we might never meet in life. But still, like, I want to create that feeling. And I just think the more intentional you get about it, the more powerful that connection is that you make between you and your audience. So who do you want to be? What things do you value? And when I say that, like, for me, for example, it starts to filter through into the words I use. Like, I use the words lovely and wonderful, and it creates that feeling, because those words create a feeling. There's some people out there that swear a lot, and that creates a feeling, and it attracts a particular type of audience, but they are being themselves. They are sharing a message and expressing themselves, and they're not worried about trying to be this or professional or whatever. They're just showing up as who they are, and that is powerful because it connects with them with the right people that are going to be attracted to their message. So it's like, what is the message of you, your business, your brand? Like, who are you at your core? Like, who are you? And I think the more you get to connect and know yourself, the more success you can have throughout your business, because you bring that to the table, and that is so crucial, because that's what we need. We need more you in this world, because you are amazing. And the third thing is really kind of just reiterating that you are amazing, and you need to release any fears you have around that. So releasing the imposter syndrome that tells you, oh my gosh, you're not good enough, you're boring, you don't have any stories to tell, there's nothing unique about you. Like, if you do have any of those thoughts, just releasing them and letting them go, and just being like, screw it, like, this is me. This is who I am, and I'm ready to show up and show the world who I am. I'm ready to go for my dreams and to build my business and just to be my amazing self. And I think this is kind of where it comes back to, like, self-love, really. And I think in life and even in business, we have to have enough self-love for ourselves, and we need to trust our own voice, our own messages enough to be able to put them out into the world. And I think that if you don't feel that you have that level of self-love or trust in yourself, you have to take time to work on that, and to get to that point where you really actually feel connected, you feel that trust in yourself, you feel that trust in your voice, in who you are, that you matter, that your voice matters, that what you think matters. You have to work on it to get to that point. And maybe I'll make another video on how to do that, because I think that one takes a lot of thought and consideration. You know, it's not easy necessarily to transition, especially if you've been stuck in a bad habit, bad belief cycle of thinking that what you think doesn't matter, what you say doesn't matter, your voice doesn't matter, who you are doesn't matter. It's, it is important that you work on it, and I think that it takes some great strategies to do it. But so yeah, I'll make another episode on that. But just for now, it's just, I want to just plant the seed for you, and just to say, if you do have those blocks and that resistance, even just saying, I am letting this go. I am letting this go. I trust myself. I love myself. I trust myself, I love myself, I trust myself, I love myself. And just even starting to tell yourself that, my voice matters, I matter, my voice matters, I matter. I am confident and comfortable with being me, being who I am. I am comfortable and confident with being me, who I am. And just saying that to yourself, and really kind of, starting to believe in yourself and believe in your worth and believe in what it is that you've got to say. Everyone has something of value to say. We all do. And we've all got valuable opinions, valuable experiences, valuable knowledge. And we have to have the courage to truly step into who we are and to be who we are. And like I said, the more we infuse that into our businesses, the more we shine our own light, the more success we can create, the more engagement we will build with our audience, the more, quite frankly, we're going to be able to convert, because we're all here to turn our ideas into a business. That means we have to put an offer together and actually create a sale. But the more connected you are with yourself and the more you let that shine through your business, the more it's going to convert. So that's what I wanted to say today, because I just feel like sometimes we need a reminder that we are good enough and our message is absolutely vital, and we need to really tune in with who we are and to not get sucked into thinking that because someone else is amazing we need to be like them, or because this person's so passionate we need to be more like them, or this person knows better than me so I need to take their advice and listen to them and be more like them. No. Listen to yourself, listen to your own voice, listen to your intuition, and get more in tune and more connected with who you are so that that can shine through. And I promise that will lead to greater success. Anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed this. I'd love to hear what your biggest takeaways are, so head over to the blog and leave me a comment. And if you would like more help and support with turning your ideas into a successful business, then definitely make sure you subscribe over on the website, become an FEA Insider. We have got so many goodies in store for you. We've got amazing freebies to help you to build your business. We've got bonuses, we do giveaways, we've got all sorts of fun stuff that you can get access to. So definitely subscribe over on the website, become an FEA Insider, and come and join the gang. There's so much fun going on. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next week for another episode of the She Means Business Show.